Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Fire is slowly dying, and my ear is still crying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Oh!
Wow, not creepy at all.
Stay focused. Find what you can and meet me back here. Let's go.
Roger that. Find what you can, she said. Frozen blood usually means chat fire.
Oh shit! Malia! Are you okay? Malia?
Got something more than looting coming. Run!
Take this!
You still got the launcher! Absolutely! Then light them up! Oh, crap.
Over here, get in quick! Come on! Smasher incoming! Too close.
Going to the mall sure hits differently these days, don't you think?
Greetings, Planeswalkers. I'm Adam Hatani, design lead for Magic Legends, here to talk about game difficulty, rewards, and how that all comes together using the prophetic quill. During your adventures across the multiverse, you will encounter countless enemies, both small and large, all with individual power levels and ability sets. Depending on your experience with action RPGs, these encounters will offer a varying degree of challenge to you. Because of that, we designed the difficulty systems in Magic Legends to allow you to make sure your time with the game is as difficult or straightforward as you prefer. In Magic Legends, there are 4 difficulty levels that you can choose from: normal, hard, expert, and master. While you'll start your journey at normal difficulty by default, hard, expert, and master are unlocked through reaching different level milestones in your playthrough. By increasing the difficulty level, you'll not only face stronger enemies, but you may find your experience altered and augmented through regional and world enchantments. These changes may encourage you to build a loadout with a completely different playstyle, adjust your moment-to-moment approach on the battlefield, alter the very rules of the game, or you may need to consider a combination of these factors all at once. Of course, with the greater difficulty and the necessary adjustments to overcome these challenges comes a higher quantity of more effective rewards. Starting with hard difficulty, each of the game's regions and all of their corresponding overworld and mission maps can have a regional enchantment. While playing on hard difficulty, regional enchantments are optional, whereas on expert and master difficulties, they are automatically applied. These regional enchantments modify combat in that region in various ways, and they rotate every few weeks. For example, Burning covers enemies in that region in mystical flames, dealing damage over time to you and your allies in close proximity, while Final Explosion makes it so that enemy deaths trigger massive damage-dealing blasts. In addition to the 4 base difficulty levels and the regional enchantments they offer, world enchantments are powerful, world-altering effects, which you as a Planeswalker can select before embarking on a mission. These world enchantments are housed and crafted with earned materials in the prophetic quill structure in your personal meditation realm, or traded between players at the broker. These enchantments can be attached to a mission map to further increase difficulty and complexity, as well as the value of subsequent rewards, with each enchantment being consumed after a single use. World enchantments come in 3 tiers of increasing enemy difficulty, and each world enchantment applies a special gameplay effect when attached. While each tier increases raw difficulty in terms of enemy health and damage, the enchantment itself increases the complexity of your encounters. By playing missions at higher difficulties where regional enchantments are automatically applied, and attaching world enchantments, both the complexity and reward value are improved by several levels. Some of my favorite world enchantments include Overarching Magic, which requires thoughtful use of enchantment spells, as both you and your summoned creatures do half damage unless you have an active enchantment spell running. Paranoia alters the minds of your enemies so they target your Planeswalker instead of your summoned creatures. Mana Brawl distorts your very connection to mana. Instead of normal passive mana regeneration, you only gain mana by attacking enemies with basic attacks. Death's Servant, on the other hand, calls forward a slow-moving but indestructible enemy to pursue you. A single touch means certain death, so you'll have to stay on your toes. Naturally, increasing the difficulty and complexity of missions and overworld activities in Magic Legends results in reward bonuses to make completing them worth your while. You'll receive a higher quantity of drops, including spell pages and relic fragments, equipment rewards will have more effective mods, and XP gains will be increased as you make your content more challenging. In pursuit of these greater rewards, you'll want to improve your character across several facets in order to tackle the increased challenge. You'll want to choose the difficulty that makes sense for you, based on how strong your character is. This could be your class level, your planeswalker level, your spell and artifact ranks, your gear progression, as well as your overall build synergies. You'll need to make sure that all these pieces of your loadout fit together to tackle the toughest tests in Magic Legends. These are just a taste of the regional and world enchantments you'll encounter at higher difficulties. With over 25 risk-reward combinations at launch and more in the future, you can tackle greater challenges for superior rewards while adding highly customized variety to your gameplay experience. Open beta is right around the corner, but we still have lots more to share, so make sure to follow us on our social channels for all the latest news and updates on Magic Legends, and prepare to ignite your spark when we see you in the multiverse.
A huge pack of monsters in a giant stampede. They attack the village in a frenzied rage. Nobody knows why this happens, but it came close to wiping out our village last time.
What I call a true hero.
Seeing you face the calamity has given us so much hope.
Don't take this personal! Take this! Let's have some fun! Have a taste of this! Fear my strength!
Each human being faces death sooner or later. But now, death is only the beginning of your journey. Let professionals take care of your future. The Global Funeral Agency is glad to present Universal Coffins for Space Funerals. Our ancestors realized the importance of a proper funeral, but made professionals Space coffins suitable for any height and weight, for every member of your family. Variety of color options, fabric or leather upholstery. Bright lamps are visible from the Earth. And get an ultra-compact pet carrier coffin in addition to your order. Absolutely free.
PlayStation.
Vengeance calls. Rise to the challenge.
Blade and Soul Revolution. Download now.
Marvel's Avengers fans, we're excited to show you all of the updates you can expect on next-generation consoles, available for upgrades starting March 18th at no additional cost. From the minute you boot up the game to getting back into the action after being down, faster load times make sure that you can get back to fighting AIM as fast as possible. Higher resolution textures and translucency will bring a new level of detail to objects, characters, environments, and even particles. You'll see improvements across the board, including ambient occlusion quality, anisotropic filtering, and 60 FPS at 4K. Hulk smashes are even bigger with our improved destruction. Smashing through walls, doors, and enemies is always fun with the big green guy, and with improved destruction, the possibilities for Hulk epic smashes are endless. Not to be outdone, all of our heroes will see an improvement in their unique heroics across the board. Finally, teaming up as Earth's mightiest heroes has never been easier with cross-generation multiplayer, allowing you to continue to team up with friends within the same console family. Thanks for joining, and we're excited for you to experience this definitive superhero experience of Marvel's Avengers for console players starting March 18th at no additional cost.
BT Creates and Sunsoft present the final piece of a trilogy. A metal attacker embarks on a brand new adventure. The side view and top-down action is more intense than ever before. Jason's third battle against mutant kind is about to begin. What new threats await him in a new dimension? The pinnacle of mutant blasting action is here! Blaster Master 03! A new chapter in Blaster Master history unfolds! July 29th, 2021. BT Creates.
Are we doomed to a worse fate than our ancestors? I remember learning about the corruption from long ago. A darkness that enveloped the land and created the fracture. We believed that our world had fallen. But we rose above it. save us from ruin. Their courage made us whole again. We live in an era of peace, but it is coming to an end. The corruption is back, and it is even stronger than before. This time, we are far outnumbered. Will you break us free from this fate?
Welcome to 2 Point Hospital Jumbo Edition. Of course, 2 Point Hospital Jumbo Edition comes absolutely jam-packed with a game that you know and love. The game that lets you manage a hospital, that lets you diagnose and treat your patients, that lets you decorate to your heart's content. But it also comes with much, much more. That's right, Jumbo means lots. Lots of content, like the Bigfoot, Pebbly Island, Close Encounters, and off-the-grid expansions. Champion! There's more hospital content than you could shake a stick at. Trust me, I've tried. So, 2 Point Hospital, anyone? Make mine Jumbo!
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, Creative Director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our newest game, Oddworld Soulstorm.
They've always known you would come. Do you know why you have?
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution, as you do battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort to escape the all-powerful and eternally greedy Gluckins. We really wanted to bring this world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations. There are well over 1,000 fellow Mudokons that you must try to save along the way. But they are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you. And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all. In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others. You can also play as a non-lethal pacifist or an agent of chaos. We wanted you to have the choice. But there is one iconic ability for our shamanic protagonist, Possession. This mystical power allows you to take control of your foes and use their strengths and weapons against them, or use them to gain access to paths still ahead. The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more thought, patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands. Here, we've built lots of opportunities for you to test your skills and find different ways to handle things. It won't be easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials against swarming dark creatures, and industrial hazards that must be dodged, crossed, and avoided. Ultimately, Abe's journey is one of hope, freedom, and truth. There's a rich and engaging narrative to discover in a world full of lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate along the way, and we can't wait to see what you will do.
Your grandfather, Red, was a fine, upstanding rider. All riders have to strike out on their own someday. Kana can guide you. Use the experience to learn what you're capable of and what you must do as a rider.
This'll put you out of commission.
Come with me, please. I just know this Rathalos will help us once it hatches.
Off we go!
Let's go.
That kinship stone, right? Some even say it was such a monster that laid waste to the village that once stood on this site. I've never seen anything like this.
So you're saying that inside this egg,
should this Rathalos hatch and awaken to its destructive power, you will be to blame for what happens. Are you prepared to take that risk?
Rathalos aren't monsters to worship or to make bonds with. Don't you get it? They're nothing but dangerous pests. Don't back down, buddy!
Keep them safe until spotted. Ratha!
There is nothing to fear.
The stories I've read tell of how these lands once thrived. Before the cultists, before the chaos and fire.
Watching these pathetic mortals bores me. Meddling with power they don't comprehend.
This destruction, this plotting and scheming, it must be stopped.
A deal has been struck. He is coming. Dagon.
Steele. John Steele. I taught you everything, and now I'll teach you one final lesson. How to die. They are all dust. They just don't know it yet.
for the family. Reputation is everything. If a Yakuza shows weakness, he's done.
I've been waiting to open this door for 18 years.
Here come the hot stepper.
A dream is what keeps you going. So I say you do it, just like you wanted. Become a hero. Let's start a brand new age of heroes.
Well, this just got complicated.
Yes, we must reply.
Why do you always attract the weirdos?
Time to call a friend!
You sure know how to make an entrance.
Here come the hot stepper.
You can tell us what the hell is going on here. Get this man a diaper. Huh?
Yeah, man. So what do
I'm sure all of us here are a little crazy, but that's the best part of being friends.
Let's get nutty!
Let's go!
Want to immortalize yourself? Woo!
That, coach.
Build the next great ballpark at MLB The Show 21 Stadium Creator. A testament to your own personal greatness. Woo!
I love this.
Let's go. With Stadium Creator, you get total control. Make the stadium your own. Adjust the foul poles to your heart's content. Create whatever your heart desires. I just built something totally weird. So I says to the guy, I says, "You call this extra mayo?" And you know what he did? He put on extra mayo. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, Tatis. Sometimes you just gotta speak up. Just like you spoke up. And now with Stadium Creator, the tools to create the stadium of your dreams are in your hands. Use it in Diamond Dynasty and franchise mode. Get involved with the online community where you can show off your masterpiece and share, edit, and play each other's stadium.
Your stadium, your rules.
Tatis, what are you doing?
Try hitting a home run in this stadium, coach.
We've created a monster.
I am a monster.
Welcome back, Agent. Now that you've recovered from your last mission, it's time to get back into the field. Only a select few know you survived, so let's use it to our advantage. There's been an uptick in Zoraxis activity, so you've got a lot of work to do. We're counting on your skill and cunning. You'll need both if you want to keep the world safe. And this time, Agent, you must be ready for anything. Or anyone.
From one imposter to another. Break a leg.